this is Jesse the Body Ventura. Well, I'll tell you what. Times have been tough, no doubt about it. Tough on all of us. But you know what? So be it. It's the season now to look, smile, and love each other. And there at the Workers' Club, you're doing just that. The Workers' Club. I love the name.
All right. Well, I was just scratching. I wasn't doing the Rock hitting my forearm goosebumps. Yeah. It's Workers Club 99, right? It's 99, and then we're gonna do 100, and then we'll finish Hogan's book 101. We're on our slow march. It's Workers Club, Gus, Larry, me, Wilson, and we're almost done with Hogan. This last end is a bit of a slog. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. Some of these chapters, they got a little longer. They're a little... We'll get to it, but he devotes one whole chapter to all the things that are wrong with WCW. All the bad stuff is just to one chapter. And he tries to just breeze through it.
Well, you gotta keep in mind, too, when this book was put out, like, at this point, it was WCW dead, gone, buried, let's never see it again.
Of course, I mean, that seemed to be like the focal point. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Like every documentary, the DVD they put out was slamming WCW.
Yeah, it was always shit. How the fuck it managed to be successful. We don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about, all the ways that it failed and couldn't compete with the juggernaut of...
Well, maybe you guys can... Go ahead.
My favorite of that revisionist history, because it's so funny. The Monday Night Wars DVD. Do you remember watching that?
I do.
They talk about the Bischoff challenge when he challenged Vince to a fight.
Yes.
And the voiceover guy's like, Vince was busy. With no irony whatsoever.
He would have. Maybe
what would have happened if Vince showed up, though? Like, that's...
Hey, that's what Hogan says. Remember in the documentary, he's like, I told Bischoff, he will kick your ass, dude. I don't know.
I kind of believe him, too. Vince went to military school, right? Like, he knows how to scrap.
Flex? Yeah.
Hey, come on, Bischoff's from Detroit, brother. He got his teeth knocked out at a young age.
Yeah.
And
he's got his gi. He's got his gi on.
No, you're right. Vince would kill him.
Front face lock.
Who wins in a fight? Third degree black belt Brian Alvarez or Eric Bischoff?
Ooh, Bischoff's way taller.
I'm laughing because I don't know how tall he is. I assume he's short. You're saying Brian Alvarez is shorter than Eric Bischoff?
He's shorter than me. He was like 5'7" when I met him. He's a couple inches shorter than me.
So how tall is MJF
Bischoff
then?
is like 6 foot.
Yeah, but Bischoff is 6 feet?
I don't think of him as being especially short.
I always thought he was short, a little guy.
Like the NWO or anything. Right?
Let me look at some in-ring photos.
I'd hate to denigrate MJF, but I've brought it up before. Is that I've stood next to MJF and he's shorter than me. I don't know how tall he is. My guess is MJF is 5'4".
Oh, come on!
That's what my guess is. I'm telling you, he is
5'4".
I think he is 5'4".
Yeah. Do you have any idea how short 5'4" is?
Yes, I do, because I have friends that are 5'4". I'm saying, Gus, you and I have interacted. I think MJF is shorter than me. I've walked past him.
I can believe that. I definitely could believe that, but
like 5'4". Substantially. Like I think I was a half a head, maybe a head taller. He, by the way, he looked. I know he's doing the thing of like mean dogging, doing the face of like "don't talk to me" as he's walking down the street or whatever. He legitimately, though, I don't know. Maybe I was getting worried. I was like, this dude is. Why would you walk among the masses outside of the arena? You don't have to do this. You look miserable having to make your way to your car.
Bischoff looks to be 4 to 5 inches shorter than Hogan, which would put him about 5'11", 6 foot.
Wow.
Because Hogan's probably 6'4", honestly, 6'5".
I always thought Eric Bischoff just had this like little guy swagger.
Oh,
Anyhow.
sorry. I apologize if I start hiccuping. I found out one of the side effects of the steroids that I am on is hiccuping. So,
That's never brought up in any of our
yeah,
books.
I don't know, because I mean, it's an IV drip, so I don't know if it's if I've got something different or it's just some folk. But I thought that was curious.
Well, we do have business to get to. We have secured possibly Michael Jan Friedman interview.
Not the 5'4" MJF.
No, no, I assume Michael Jan's a normal height, an average height. I said normal, an average height.
Listen, I don't know if you know that this could make some news.
Has he ever interviewed on this book before?
I don't think so.
We can't find a thing linking him to this
Yeah.
book other than the actual title.
Yeah.
So,
Because Corny just last week was playing clips. I mean, reading from the book and wondering where he gets these stories. If Michael just gives us a little bit of like what a weirdo he was, and if he knew he was lying, that'd be huge.
Mhm.
The aggregators would be all over it.
That's too bad because I'm going to just be asking him about what his favorite steakhouse order is. So it's unfortunate that we want this information because all my questions are going to be, what's your dream Star Trek crew if you had to pick? No, I'm excited. I'm going to have some questions. We'll get to the bottom of
yeah, I
his
know nothing of
interactions.
his other universes. I am not a.
He's
But
a
I think
Star
that's
Trek
fine.
guy.
Let's keep it to.
Well,
Oh,
we'll relate to him on the comics and shit, right?
Oh, I'll have some fluffy questions. I have some. Oh, it's
Did you see
I
the
think we do
comics
pretty
wrote
good.
for?
I mean, I just scrolled through his wiki and what have you.
It was
I mean,
like DC shit, right?
yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll ask him. You DC or Marvel guy? What are we doing? What was Ian Douglas? What was he? He was
Christ.
because he wanted to do he had like casting for a character.
Yeah, he was into it.
He was into it.
Get the two talking. Bringing artists together.
Yes. I wish Ian Douglas would join Blue Sky just so he knows that we still are out there.
I mean, I got him. I'm watching. This is a month ago. Secret Friends Unite podcast spotlight on author Michael Jan Friedman. I mean, these two guys are wearing Star Trek outfits, interviewing him.
That's why I figured we could get him because he does these like Star Trek podcasts that have like the 2 views on YouTube. Like he'll do it.
Great, good guy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be interesting.
Did he say? What did he just said? A simple yes when you threw it? Just a yes.
You're correct. See, 19 views this thing has.
Yeah.
He said, I didn't get back to him yet. I'd be happy to be a guest on your show. I'm a little busy right now. What time frame did you have in mind?
Oh, we're open, baby.
Yeah, I'll tell him what our usual kind of evenings are.
Well, I wanted to do the quick because, man, I did all those Google alerts and then, March 31st and April 1st, all of a sudden everybody that we've covered is like popping off. There's all kinds of articles. Mick Foley today.
Fender bender. Well, that's a hell of a fender bender.
I mean, that car looks brutal. And has been hospitalized. Mick Foley has been hospitalized after being involved in a car accident.
Mild concussion, which I think he just kind of runs in a permanent state of concussiveness.
Is he concussed in the photo standing next to his car, which is absolutely
Yes, gotta
demolished? He looks kind of loopy. Not gonna lie, he's pointing a thumb towards the car. Tough day for Mick. I have no idea how I'm still walking around after this accident. I'm in the hospital now, and I'm sore from my knees to my neck, including a minor concussion.
Then I saw a bunch of comments that were like, "Looks like a Photoshop. It's a really tasteless April Fool's joke."
What an April Fool's joke that would be. Well, Mick's never going to get that comeback. Imagine if he had, remember when he came out and he said, well, I had concussion. They said I have like basically forever concussion. Like I'll never be over my symptoms.
Post-concussion syndrome.
Yes. Imagine if he didn't have that and then he's trying to get back and then this happens. Poor guy. I just don't think it's meant to be. Even though, he's out there at Al's OVW trying to get something going.
Was 380 pounds.
I mean, he looks good.
I'm just saying he doesn't need to be wrestling. He just should worry.
See,
about
he's in the picture. In the picture he has his belly pouch. That's what Hulk Hogan calls it. We'll get to that. So Al Snow actually made it into a Sports Kita aggregation article. Don't you know that Al Snow is on Vince Russo's The Brand? And they were talking about Vince McMahon's recent appearance at the Madison Square Garden Knicks Miami Heat game
when he
on
made
St. Patrick's
Tracy
Day.
Morgan throw up.
yes, yeah. Tracy was familiar with his crimes.
Did you see Steve Sharippa in the Tracy Morgan video?
Yes.
He's standing there.
Yeah. Probably wants to. What if he was like, that guy needs to eat a salad? This is what Al Snow said about Vince McMahon appearing in his St. Patrick's Day suit. What do we always say within the business? You can't get water from a well until you prime the pump. That's what they say in the wrestling business.
I heard that 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Cliche as old as time.
So if he's strategically making subtle public appearances that'll steadily build, there's that. That's the worker side of all of us.
Oh my God.
We never believe anybody because, everybody's a worker. That's the immediate go-to is, this guy is building himself up to that. At some point in about 6 months, he's going to make a big public statement that, oh shit, we're doing something big. And
yeah,
then,
I'm sure Al and Vince will be the first ones that get called.
Vince Russo's response: Vince McMahon is not a sports fan. Vince McMahon does not go to games. He does not attend games. He never talks about sports. So
he never had time, though. Like, seriously, Vince...
Yeah, maybe he's developing new interests.
Breathed WWE. Like, where is he going to casually find time to...
I don't know what Larry's saying to Carrie. Go ahead. But yeah, he's developing new hobbies in his retirement. He's got all the time in the world.
And it's fun. It might be business, too. Like, he's just in that circle and, talking venture capital.
Larry muted himself while he talked to his wife.
She's ill. Okay.
Yeah, but why did you look so bemused then? Almost laughing.
Well, I told her I was giving her the weekend plans that it has to do with the show. And I said, you might want to be heard from on the 100th episode, so I'm just giving you a warning.
Oh, yeah.
See if she has any stories or... Because you know what I looked for when I was looking for episodes today? I wrote in the description, this one's like unhinged or something like that. This one's off the hook this week. And it's when I talk about Bob Backlund smoking crack for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And Mick Foley maybe being a racist because he's Irish and from New York.
Yeah. There's that description, and then there's the one where I drink over half a bottle of bourbon and want to fight CM Punk.
I gotta find that one.
And you're just, the last 20 minutes is you going, are you good? And me going, I'm good.
Oh, I forgot about that one. You haven't been that drunk in so long.
I learned my lesson, you know. I had so many things to say, you know,
We had
and then
to
I
edit
just
it a few times due to you being.
no, you
I
kept
had to cut you
trying to, and
off.
I'm going, no, I'm good. And then I read like maybe a couple more paragraphs. You know, we talk about it. I started talking about Undertaker's legs, his little legs.
I think we just stopped talking at a certain point too. Like,
Well, I'm sure I was going,
Yeah.
what are you guys doing? Come on. I'm good. Fucking guy. Okay, so Triple H. You know what's okay? So Gus and I were talking about this before we were recording. The table, okay, isn't it interesting? We're going up to WrestleMania, right? Remember last year, Paul Levesque era, right?
you want to go outside, buddy?
The pro, what is it? Michael Cole screams out, "Pro wrestling is beautiful." Now it's just
It was the Paul Levesque era, and then they gave him like the standing like
yeah.
hand job in the ring.
Stephanie came out. And we're just a year later, and there's now articles cropping up. Creative is not good. You know, we're getting Triple H thumbnails where they're photoshopping his face. You know, we're getting articles, aggregated articles where it's like him yelling, and you know they're doing
Things
that thing
we would
where
have done a year ago.
yes, things that I'm doing on Blue Sky, where it's like, well, you know, come on, we can't just have it be Tony Khan. Let's do everybody have an ugly picture. Well, Vince Russo was talking about Triple H, our boy Vince Russo, and this is what, by the way, how these podcasts like his exist. The whole aggregated article is, Triple H will be replaced by Major Legend, says veteran. And what it is Vince Russo yammering on about how TKO would put The Rock in charge the second they get the chance. What does he say? You know, TKO, they're not impressed by wrestlers like Triple H. It's what The Rock wants to do. He's a mega star. And what do you think? Do you think The Rock is who's okay? Because then today in People.com they put out this big, also aggregated, like AI wrote it, puff piece on Stephanie and Triple H, the love story. And it's just like quotes from various appearances over the years, and
So there's nothing new going on. I didn't read it yet.
no, it's just a recap of just like them.
Okay.
And it offers no new information. It just is other, like, from podcasts they've been on. They quote WWE documentaries, and it's just kind of like a timeline, you know? And I was like, why is this in People.com today? Why did this get pushed out?
Yeah.
And is it like a reaction to all the bad, like Paul Levesque is...
Well, yeah, People Magazine and, you know, People.com is just... It's a like PR outlet for celebrities, so
yeah. So what are they getting ahead of something
Yeah.
that they just wanted
Yeah,
you to
because-
remember? He's a family man. There's a lot of
well,
that.
Stephanie's or her non-podcast show thing or whatever
Yeah,
is out, so I think they're trying to build Stephanie up as this, kind of
yeah.
warmer figure. But yeah, to your point, are they trying to get ahead of something, or is it just?
I don't know. It seemed odd. Not really WrestleMania build either. They were like, and Paul's heading into WrestleMania. It's just nothing. I mean, I don't know. It was, you know, they have children. They're family people.
I mean,
they love.
I think you should watch the Stephanie show.
I want you to see
Even though
Undertaker.
you got to watch the Phil one because
No, I watched the clips. Don't do this to me.
there's like less than 2 minutes of Phil in the whole thing. It's all about Stephanie.
I was
Why?
proud though of Wilson for not watching it. So.
Thank you.
No,
I watched
actually
all
was.
the
I'm like,
clips.
I hope he doesn't gaslight himself and like just.
Yeah, no, you're right. The clips are everything, and there's no more than the clips. So
So I
the
guess I
Triple
did
H
watch them.
Stephanie interaction is just very interesting. I think you should watch it.
Well, there's that long-running YouTube, where it was one of the
Kathy
first
Kelly?
times they do the, no, is it, no, it's
Yeah,
the
they're
one where
walking with Kathy Kelly right through the
oh,
fan
and
experience,
that's him.
and
They're
like
just looking, yes, he keeps being like a jerk off,
Yeah.
And Stephanie's trying to be like, "Hey, we're on camera. We're supposed to be bubbly, you know, haha." And he's just going, that's not supposed to be there. What else? Now, there's never any Brian Gewirtz news, but The Rock was in an airplane incident. I just liked that in that Instagram video of him saying this is why I could not be in Texas for the UFL, that he said that the captain got on one knee. Like the captain walked back. It was just a private jet. It was just, he said, just me. It's just Dwayne on there. The captain walked down the aisle, got down on one knee next to The Rock and said, "Sir, we have a problem. There's problems that you can fix in the air, and there's problems you can't. We got to turn back now and not have this happen over the ocean." It was a hydraulics issue. I just like the little tidbit that The Rock added, that this man was down on one knee, like he's such a Rock is. I guess that's just to maybe do a one-on-one thing instead of just like kind of standing over him.
Exactly.
But the Rock pointed it, like, you don't even have to say like he got down on one knee. And he looked in my eyes.
Is that supposed to impress me that you're flying your own jet?
He brought up, it's just me. He said that it was just me. You know, he didn't have to do this. And I was like, I feel like he had to let you know.
I mean, what does that say about the UFL game going on? Mm-hmm. These men trying to collectively bargain so that they can earn a yearly wage doing this.
Yeah.
And this guy's flying private, and his private jet couldn't make it across the ocean to come hear your gripes.
Well, he apologized to the players, and he apologized to the fans, and he apologized to the coaches. And
there's like, what, 4 teams in this fucking league?
You couldn't do this over a fucking Zoom call?
How much would insurance cost for these guys? Come on.
I mean,
that's what they want. They want health insurance.
Oh, that'll never happen.
Did any of them start with $7 in their pocket? Don't they know to just come on?
These guys could actually make it in competitive football, unlike the guy with the $7 in his pocket.
Do you think? I can't believe we didn't get him at a UFL game doing this, slapping the old goosebumps. Look how I'm going to segue all this. Look at how I'm going to segue all this. So Bret Hart also did an interview with Ariel Helwani, talked about his match, getting inducted, the first match to be inducted. They're running out of people, folks. We're inducting matches now.
That one's really probably going to piss me off. I mean, not that it will. When, some future matches, it's going to be HBK Undertaker.
Triple H, Shawn Michaels, 3 Hells of Steel, Triple H.
Oh, no, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't. They will.
Triple H coming back from the quad tear. Triple H versus Randy Orton. Triple H.
Oh, God. No. We're so close to
Undertaker. Triple H versus...
We're so close to Mick Foley campaigning to have his match with Triple H in and never getting any response from the company.
Remember that Triple H Batista match where he tore out his nose ring with pliers? And it was all just gimmicks. It went for 25 minutes. That happened.
I remember thinking I enjoyed the Batista thing where he was screaming, give me what I want. But I also remember thinking, why is Batista so obsessed with this match? Why is Triple H's hand in this calm, cool, and collect? I don't understand what. And then I always kind of one knock against Dave Batista is him saying how he wants his last match to be with Paul, and that's how he wanted to go out, was his last match with him. And it's just, why? Just because he brought you into the business in your mind?
Well, I mean, think about it though. He was. I could see. I understand Dave's point, or I can empathize with him, I suppose, because he was fucking dicking around with Devon.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get put in Evolution, he's gone in 2 years, right? He doesn't get.
I'm sure Vince would give him some chances. Yeah, that's true.
You learn so much in the car rides, man.
God.
Paul Levesque in the position now where he's trying to share his knowledge in those car rides. Yeah, I'd throw myself out of the car.
I need the veterans to pair with the call-ups. Need to do road sessions.
I can't believe Randy Orton wanted to ride with Rick in those
Yeah, I can't imagine what they were doing. Yeah, that must have been so fun, young Randy and Rick. I can't even imagine.
I remember like several Randy stories from then of like just asking fans for weed.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You got any weed? Hey, son, I'm the nature boy. 16 time.
If you wanted to know what Bret Hart thinks about that match with Steve Austin, yeah, he thinks it's probably the greatest match of all time. So there you go. It's up there for him, too.
Okay.
Hulk Hogan got brought up. Bret Hart said, "You don't see anybody imitating Hulk Hogan or Ultimate Warrior now. Everyone's cosplaying as me."
He's
and
not
Sean.
wrong. Not wrong.
What do you think, Larry?
I mean, he's been saying that and it's been true.
Yes.
Since the ROH guys kind of became mainstream. But, Dave will always say, Bryan Danielson loves the fucking Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, we saw Warhorse. Our guy Warhorse.
Yeah.
Worked out.
Yeah, I wish you maybe...
We really got over with the boys.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't... Listen, Brett's... Come on. It's close to the end. His stupid opinion about Roman Reigns and
being the worker that's sad.
Yeah.
He's talking about Kurt Hennig, Dynamite Kid, and he goes, gosh, who of the modern guys works? Who really is like that 90s? Roman Reigns. I bet he still thinks Roman Reigns is the world champion right now. That's why he's in his
Brett's a filmmaker though. So he might like
he likes the dialogue.
Yeah. It reminds him of Survivor Series 94 when, Stu is talking to Owen, trying to get him to throw in the towel.
That was good shit, and I will...
Well, Bret Hart did have a funny quote. He said, I heard Hulk Hogan say that I thought I was the greatest wrestler of all time. And I thought, yeah, that sounds right. That might be the most truthful thing he's ever said. So Hulk Hogan, speaking of Hulk Hogan, he was also in the news before we get into his book. First, it was Linda Hogan. That happened like the day after we recorded the last one, right?
Yeah, that was terrible timing.
Ooh, I forgot all about that.
Linda Hogan records a video, not looking well. That's how I'm going to describe it. Not looking well. She's in hysterics that Hulk has destroyed the family. Brooke doesn't talk to them. Nick does. And
well, Nick needs that cash. I mean, that's
Nick's not. I mean,
Hogan's a sex addict.
Yeah. And as our OG, our boy Colin in the Discord brought up, I think it was him, they're all using the Hogan name on their Instagram, on their social, on their what have you. Yeah. They're not Hogans, they're Bolleas. They're still, even after they're pushing, they're going, well, we don't like Hulk, we're distancing ourselves, he's an abuser. Also, I'm Linda Hogan. I am Brooke
she
Hogan.
was begging for Hogan back.
Oh, she was.
That was the saddest part. Was she's like, I've asked him to come back so many times. I'm like, oh Lord, he's been married twice.
I thought she was on the. Oh, she doesn't understand why Brooke doesn't talk to them anymore.
Yes.
So then Brooke Hogan came out.
Lack of self-awareness.
Yes. So then, yeah, I know, right? Brooke Hogan came out and did a statement saying, yes, she has twins now. She's married. A guy brought up to me today that apparently Hogan has come out and said that Brooke asked, or no, Bubba the Love Sponge, I think, came out and said Hulk Hogan told him that Brooke asked him to walk her down the aisle. He said, I don't do weddings anymore. That's what he said to Brooke, according to Bubba the Love Sponge. This is like third hand from second hand.
Well, is this Brooke's first wedding or no? Probably not, right?
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, I think this is the first time she's been married.
Okay.
But Brooke Hogan, a lengthy statement where she said basically both Linda and Hulk are guilty of abuse. She's, in therapy, and she just doesn't see it's healthier for her to not be involved with the family. And to prove her point, then Hulk Hogan posted a video with his new wife, Sky Daily, where they just are quiet. They're eating popcorn with the caption. What is the caption? Getting ready for the new Hulk Hogan TV show.
I hate these people.
This is an old man.
I don't know. Who's a better father, Hogan or Flair?
Hogan.
I'm going to go Flair. I don't think Flair would do... Well, I said that, but now I don't know. Would Flair put out a video? I don't... Okay, here's what I think. Okay, I think this was Sky Daily's idea of a response. Hulk Hogan would be like... He wouldn't know what that means, eating popcorn and all that. So, would Ric Flair allow his partner to talk him into doing something silly like that? I don't think so.
No, but I mean, Rick, the impact he had on his children's lives in a negative sense, I feel is far, far, far greater than Hulk. I don't think they're even in the same conversation.
I don't know. Nick could have died.
I mean, Nick.
Yeah, but Nick would have died. If Hulk was like a fucking car lot general manager, I think Nick would still have that dog in him.
Well, before we get into Hogan's book, Vince Russo, who is, and I say this because we're about to get into Hulk Hogan's recollections of Vince Russo. Hulk Hogan had this to say about all this Hogan family tomfoolery. Did you see what freaking Hogan did now? He's a fool. I'm sorry, brother. I defend Hulk like 80% of the time, but you saw this video with Linda Hogan, and the first thing I could think of was, I hope she doesn't harm herself. I swear to God, bro, that was the first thing I was thinking.
Shit on the bottom of my shoe.
Please go to therapy. It's not worth it. I swear to God, that's all I could think about, bro. He's sitting there with his fifth, sixth wife, whatever number it is, and they're eating popcorn. He's widening up his eyes like they're watching Linda. Bro, you're a fool.
Said the shut-in from his finished basement.
God forbid, Linda Hogan did something to herself and Hulk put that video out there. Are you an idiot? Are you an absolute idiot? This is the mother of your children. I don't care what you went through. You're going to mock the mother of your children? It's disgusting. It's low as you can go.
You know why I think he might be sensitive to that? Is because he kind of gaslit China into killing herself.
Whoa.
I know that sound. I mean, I'm not.
Wow, I've never heard this
Vince
conversation.
Russo,
It's said before. So she was living in Japan, teaching English as a second language.
Yeah.
He kind of filled her head, started having her on and saying, "You need to return to the wrestling business. You need to make this grand return." It
What
was
the
like
fuck?
championing her, and that's what kind of brought her back. And then, it was obviously a big no from everything. That's when Triple H had to say she couldn't be in the hall because of the porn, all that shit. Before she died.
Wow. So that comment about the porn was before she died?
I'm pretty sure. Let me look. When did China die? Let's say 17? 16. I think it was. Same quote. Because it was on a network podcast. I bet she was 14 or 15.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why Russo's being all holier than thou about his first thought is harming herself. Like, come on, bud, you were.
But was he mocking her? He was trying to lift her up.
And then, of course, Russo booked Daphne going through a table and getting a serious concussion. and that's kind of the way she went out as well. So
You
Russo,
know what?
But she didn't bleed, bro. We talked about that in the Discord. I don't know if we talked about it, but Vince Russo being disgusted by women bleeding, and Jonathan Coachman being an absolute moron. Something innate in us. Something as men, we see women bleeding. We go into protect mode. He can't watch it. What a moron.
Oh yeah, we definitely talked about this because I started getting weirdly horny.
Yes, Vince going. If he thinks people are getting turned on, they're freaks, bro. Okay, chapter 55. Here we go. Hulk Hogan, title Helicopters.
Real quick, Vince Russo killed Spike Dudley too, or not Spike Dudley, Crash Holly.
Oh, there you go.
I like Spike Dudley better.
Who's very much alive.
Why Crash Holly?
Last person he worked for was TNA. Flamed out there.
Okay.
I think there's some digging to be done. Sorry,
Didn't
helicopter.
he
none of us
overdosed
are gonna
on
bring
somebody's
up,
couch?
He
Crash
did.
Holly?
Stevie Richards.
All right, here we go.
Stevie Richards thumbnail where he messes with his face and all that, but it says why I couldn't help Crash Holly.
Oh.
I was sleeping too soundly to hear him choking on his own vomit.
How he does those. It is like that soy face. Hey, credit to all of us. Nobody brought up Owen Hart for another victim of Vince Russo. He's addressed it. We read about it.
Raw was the hottest guy.
Chapter 55, Helicopters. What scares me more than anything else in the world? Helicopters, brother. Helicopters scared the crap out of me. I wrote, what is happening?
Hold on, I got
So, Linda's dad was a chief helicopter pilot for the LA Police Department. And he even went down a couple times. But he says that's not why I'm scared of helicopters. They just have always spooked Hulk Hogan. He remembers back in '94. Michael Eisner made me an offer they thought I couldn't refuse. He was complaining about the commute from his home in Tampa to the studio in Orlando for Thunder in Paradise. And so the studio said, hey, let's, or as he puts it, Michael Eisner himself said, let's fly Hulk to work in a helicopter. And so Hogan's thinking, though, what if the helicopter falls out of the sky?
Valid.
So he tells Michael Eisner, forget it, I'll just drive the damn interstate. His helicopter phobia got even worse when they were filming Assault on Devil's Island. So there's a scene where Carl Weathers and Hogan are running through the jungle, and there's a chopper coming down after them. My stunt double and my good friend, Ed Leslie, were dressed in all black ninja. Oh, he's saying two separate people. My stunt double and my good friend. When I originally read that, I thought Ed Leslie's his stunt double.
He was actually a stand-in.
Yeah, we're both dressed in all black ninja gear, and we're hanging out the helicopter on either side, holding onto its struts. Hogan doesn't want to do this shot where like the helicopter tips forward. So because he's scared and he doesn't like it. Then I heard a loud sound like a weed eater from hell. The helicopter was trapped underneath a palm tree. And he's just like, well, it all was okay, but thank God, he did see the chopper slide sideways, and almost lose it. He's just on set going like, someone's gonna get killed. My partners were going, that's great, that's really great, let's do it again. I just shot him, the bird. We're not doing that shot again. Let's move the camera and get out of here.
That's how Vic Morrow died. Rest in peace. Chopped in half by a helicopter on the set of a movie, The Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Don't even. I wonder if he even knows that story. Hogan says it's weird when it comes to helicopters, brother. I'll never go up in one, and that's
So
a
am I, like,
promise.
Post-cancer Hulk Hogan bar celebratory trip. We gotta tell him the Twilight Zone story.
Ooh,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Brother, don't even start, man.
When you Google, if you Google Hulk Hogan helicopter, see if he's brought this up before. He did it on Joe Rogan, and there's a clip of him on Joe Rogan's podcast, just being like, "I would never, dude. I would never."
Was that post Kobe?
I think it is because Tony Hinchcliffe is on, and I don't think it was only going on like in the last few years.
Okay.
Does Hogan know? I mean, when Kobe happened, I'm sure Hogan was like, exactly. Like, he was it strengthened the phobia in him so hard.
Take down Kobe, brother.
Has Hulk Hogan ever seen Ric Flair helicopter his penis?
Yes.
And does that even make him shudder?
What if it blows up in the air, dude?
Dude. He's flashing back to the jungle.
Don't get that thing caught on some palm trees, man.
Oh, man. Chapter 56, Dennis Rodman. One day, a friend of Hogan calls Tony Carlini of Newport Beach, California. He's a neighbor to Dennis Rodman and a friend of Hulk Hogan. And he said, in case you don't know, he says Dennis Rodman was a forward for the National Basketball Association World Champion Chicago Bulls, and I wrote NBA, yes.
Hey, this book is going international, man. NBA hasn't moved to China yet, so.
That's true. I think I did find Tony Carlini. I think if it's the one I found, kind of a mafioso adjacent, a little bit. Got into a little bit of legal trouble with Lamborghini lot, I believe, where they were selling parts, something like that. They're not using like the proper. They're using knockoffs or something. I didn't really dig into it because anything car related, I immediately start drifting off like Al would. Rodman was red hot at the time. Here's a Hogan list for you. He was pulling all kinds of crap. Here's the kind of crap. Dyeing his hair like a rainbow.
Crazy.
Wearing wedding dresses. All kinds of stuff.
One there.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of downplays as we get through the chapter. I don't even think he understands that Dennis Rodman is pretty good at his job.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis, those last three don't happen without Rodman, and that's I can't remember, but
Rodman was also a big wrestling fan, quote, a big mark. And he wants to get in the ring. And Rodman asked Tony, "Can you hook? Can I meet up with Hulk?" No problem. Oh wait, that's not Tony. That's Hulk. No problem. So he goes to the Newport Beach Ritz-Carlton to meet Rodman. See what's up. See what Rodman wants. And quote, it was a testosterone fest. Rodman had all his boys there, quote, his posse. And Rodman said, "What's the big deal? I can do that wrestling crap." And Hogan said, "You can't even make a basket, brother. How the hell are you going to wrestle?" And then he, quote, "I gave him the other barrel. How many points you score last game, brother? 2? None?"
he's, God damn it, Hulk. That's not his job. He's supposed to.
Yeah.
That's what he does. Sorry.
Rodman saw he wasn't going to out-talk me. So Rodman says, "Drink some drinks with me, man. Kamikazes." Now, did he know that Rodman was called the Worm because Hogan writes, "I wormed my way down to the other end of the table."
Oh boy, I don't know.
Or is that Michael Jan? So the kamikazes come, and Hogan swears there must have been 50 of them. Hogan talks to himself. Oh man, I'm in trouble here. This guy is a hard liquor fanatic. A hard liquor fanatic. So Hogan claims that he drinks 5 kamikaze. He's on his way to drinking the 6th kamikaze, and he starts getting a little sick. Okay, so he's like, I'm not going to be able to keep drinking with Rob, and I can't hang. But he's at the end of the table. Remember how he said he wormed his way to the end of the table? So he just is dumping drinks, dumping them in the plants, on the carpet, down the stairway to the kitchen. And then he realizes, that's the thing. This is him talking to Michael Jan, because then he realizes what he just said. He goes, I don't know how the poor waiters didn't slip and fall. But Rodman's thinking he's drinking every one of those quote-unquote suckers. And Rodman keeps...
Rodman, knew that he wasn't, though. He was just, observing the,
Rodman and his posse are watching Hulk Hogan just pour beverages down on the floor. Very blatant, not very subtle at all. Just
He's moving up one seat at a time.
He's doing the worst miming of drinking while he's just they're just watching this guy going, what in the world is this dumb redneck doing? So he's dumping the plants on the carpet on the stairway. Then he goes, oh, it's a stairway to the kitchen. Oh, yeah, I can't believe the waiters didn't slip and fall. Rodman keeps drinking and drinking. So Hogan is, I guess, mad that he's drinking. He goes, I got to get even with him. So he calls upstairs to Brian Knobs, one of the Nasty Boys, and a really good friend of mine. I wrote, why in this story he's coming to the hotel to meet with Rodman. Why is Brian Knobs there? Why did he?
Well, because he's Hulk's buddy. He's part of the entourage.
So they're staying together in a room, or he's in another room, but they're staying there.
Yeah, you call in the Nasty Boy if you get in trouble. Jimmy Hart's probably somewhere to be found. I mean,
I need some help, bro. I got Dennis Rodman down here, and I want you to humble him. Brian Knobs is snickering. I'll be right down. Don't worry.
Was it Knobs or Sags that posted their butthole on the internet?
Knobs.
Knobs, okay.
Is it the blonde, or are they both blonde? They just died.
Sags is the black hair, but he really doesn't have a presence.
Yeah, so it's the blonde one that hangs out with him all the time at the karaoke bar.
And which one is Dusty's brother-in-law?
Also Knobs. No, maybe that's wrong. Dusty, Nasty Boys.
We need the WrestleMania family tree here.
I know, I don't remember which one it is.
It's fine.
Jared,
okay.
Sags.
Okay.
It's Sags and Fred Ottman. Both in-laws.
What if... God, that Thanksgiving.
Are the Nasty Boys in the Hall of Fame? In the WWE Hall of Fame?
No.
Interesting.
Maybe? Where are the boys?
So, Brian Knobs comes down to where they're at in the hotel. He swings through the door. He slaps Robin in the head 2 or 3 times. You want to drink some drinks? I'm the Nasty Boy. I'll drink with you. You want to wrestle? See if you can keep up with me.
Again, Rodman's crew. Hulk's been tossing drinks into planters all night.
Now this man shows up.
You want to drink with a Nasty Boy?
He slapped. Yeah, do you think he comes in unannounced? He walks straight up to Rodman, slaps him across the face 3 times. Or on the head. He just slaps his head. He's what is that? What the razor? What do they call that when you do that? The little.
Yeah.
Why is this escaping me right now? Paintbrushes him. Yeah, there you go. Now, heard of a nasty girl. Nasty boy? Brett? So he picks Rodman up and starts throwing him around like a rag doll, says Hulk Hogan, in the parking lot. Hogan thinks this is hilarious. It was a scene from the damned Keystone Cops. How old is Hulk Hogan?
I know.
Brian Knobs on the plane the next day. This made me want to throw up. Did I do good? Brother, you did great. Brian had humbled Rodman's ass. Anyways, we brought him down. He doesn't say anyways, but it is. We brought him down and booked a tag team match at Bash to the Beach 97. Luger and the Giant are going to work out with Rodman at the power plant. And Rodman is late and doesn't care. Hogan says that it turns out he was missing the some Chicago games. They're blowing off practices to work with Hogan, Luger, and Giant.
Yeah, that did not go over well. That was people did not like that.
He got to the He says Rodman got to the finals and he had more rebounds than anybody. He came out smelling like a damn rose.
He literally would have been murdered in this. I'm not kidding. Like the fever in Chicago around like him doing this was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like it was. He would have been trampled in the streets if they lost due to his poor play. So good for him to deliver that.
He and Rodman, he pulled it. Getting in the ring. So Hogan expects him to be very bad in the ring, but he pulled it off masterfully, just like Mr. T and other guys who surprised Hogan. He was a pro. I swore to God I'd never work with him again. Well, next year at Bash to the Beach in '98, we needed a main event. And Rodman was still hot. I wrote here, the booking doesn't sound great if you're like, God, we need a main event. What about if we brought that basketball player back? That's what's going on in WCW right now.
They didn't have a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
They made a shit ton of money off of that show too, though.
Yeah.
So they weren't spiraling yet. Rodman it was a big deal for Rodman to be. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I'm too Chicago centric, but Rodman was the level of Michael Jackson. We're talking worlds wide. This guy, he was it at this time.
Yeah.
My memory of that at the time, the Rodman and the basketball players getting involved, I just kept kind of thinking, why are they? I'm sure at that time in my fandom, I was filing it away as what would be a modern way of saying it now, LOL WCW. Of they get the basketball players coming out, they're just leaning into celebrity.
That started. I'm like, Jay Leno, really?
Yes.
If it was Letterman, you would have had me. But imagine Paul Schaefer at Road Wild.
Well, it would be like Travis Kelce coming in to do an angle right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It would be if Travis Kelce and The Rock.
Yeah.
You got to get all those Travis Kelce fans.
Except Rodman was even bigger because Kelsey's only famous through somebody else. Rodman was just so,
Yes.
Yeah, Rodman was a complete entity.
Yeah.
Well, Karl Malone also wanted to get involved. So was Hulk Hogan, Dennis.
Teenagers that like to hang out backstage.
Hulk Hogan and Dennis Rodman against DDP and Karl Malone. By the way, he loved Karl Malone. Malone was ripped. He was built like a bodybuilder. He was gifted. Hulk can't
Malone's
say
fucking
enough.
It's still
Dennis Rodman, on the other hand, wasn't doing a damn thing except getting drunk.
He does put his head down on the ropes during that match and just kinda...
So, Rodman is getting drunk. Hogan, he wants to stay out all night drinking all the time. But they're supposed to do the Howard Stern show in the morning. And he can't get Rodman up after an all-nighter. And he's in Rodman's hotel room, he claims. He wouldn't get up. Screw Howard Stern. I'm not going on that show. I don't want to get out of this bed. There's Hogan, quote, "Well, Dennis, we made a commitment. You promised me if you stayed out all night, you'd still go. So now you're going. Get your ass up." Well, Dennis. So they get out. They go to the show. It's a damn circus. This is a Hogan anyway. We go to Howard Stern at 6:30 in the morning. And he says Rodman clammed up. Rodman wouldn't say a thing. And then it's the kind of Mr. T thing again. He's doing doing PR with somebody that doesn't want to. Doing the press with somebody that he's got to drag him to do it. Hogan is always up to do the media. But I looked up the Howard Stern. I shared it with you, the Howard Stern interview with Rodman and Hogan. And Hogan's the one that's not talking. Rodman won't shut up. And I'm pretty sure he's essentially doing like a Dusty Rhodes or like a Billy Graham. I don't know who his favorite wrestler is. It's not Hogan though.
Rodman,
because he keeps kind of doing he's cutting promos going, brother, I'm Rod the Bod, brother.
That's very Billy Graham.
Then we used him one last time against Randy Savage at Road Wild in Sturgis, South Dakota. We hadn't seen Rodman since, but now he's talking about wanting to get back into wrestling. At least that's what he said. I'll see if he's serious or if he just called me after 50 gin and tonics. Okay. Next, Jay Leno.
Take a break.
Okay.
But I confirmed Triple H said that shit about China in 2015.
Wow.
And then she even responded saying, "I'll just go in as part of DX. Like, you don't even have to put me in." So, like, she was, hard up for it. And, yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, care to comment?
I know. I originally, was going in at Russo for this, and now I feel like Paul's just. And it's interesting because his reason to Steve was my daughters might Google her.
Yeah.
See either that their mother stole her away, or that she did porn.
Yeah.
And now they can Google her and see that she's dead because of Paul.
You know who they shouldn't Google? Their grandfather. Don't Google him. It's bad. All right. Chapter 57, Jay Leno. The first time Hulk Hogan met Jay Leno was at a love ride for muscular dystrophy in Los Angeles. Everybody who's anybody goes on this ride. And it's basically you ride, cars and motorcycles, just motorcycles. They go through the canyons of Los Angeles. As he says, they end up at somebody's ranch. And then the money raised.
I love how God just keeps trying to kill Jay Leno and he just refuses to kill him.
Did you see that clip? I don't know if was it fake. Did I get fooled? Where a guy's standing on the street and he's like, Jay Leno's driving a tank around my neighborhood, and then Jay Leno zips by in a tank.
I think that was very real.
This is why that people say he's not even a billionaire. All billionaires are bad. Nobody should have that much. You shouldn't be.
You should not have the means to buy
to diddle around in a tank around a neighborhood.
Remember, Leno never spent the money he was paid for the Tonight Show.
Yeah, right. Now look what he's doing with it.
Money. Yeah,
it was all worth it.
falls 60 feet down a hill and still does a set. Like,
I loved the theory. Did we talk about? Did that happen when we were doing Jesse's book? I feel like there were conspiracy
must
theories
have,
about
yeah.
it. I feel like we talked about the conspiracy theories about it. Like people were like plotting out where the hill was, why would he think that that's like da 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 da. Because people were the conspiracy theory was that he was beaten up by mob guys and he owes money. He's bad with his money.
That's fucking hilarious. I
Hey,
love
Leno?
that.
Yeah, and that he owes money or something. So now he's been assaulted.
In Pittsburgh or
But
whatever.
that's because we were like, why is he still doing stand up too? He needs money.
Break my fucking knees.
He's still not touching the Tonight Show money. It's like, brother, that's called hoarding. What are you doing? Go buy another tank.
That's a hockey thing too. I don't like that.
Yeah. They end up at Spawn Ranch, and he goes, okay. So they asked me to lead the love ride, and the guy who I was riding with was Jay Leno. Well, later I found out he always leads it. I was like, yeah, he was again. You're not leading it. You're helping Jay. But to have that where he's like, yeah, they asked me to lead it. They've never asked anybody to do that before. And then I heard that Jay actually always does it. It's like, yeah. Anyway, we talked while we were up there and became friends. Jay Leno was a wrestling fan. Hulk Hogan tells Eric Bischoff, Jay Leno is a wrestling fan. Here's Eric Bischoff's response, quote, "Oh, what the hell? Everybody else is jumping in the ring. Why not Jay Leno?" That's where his mind goes. Hey, Jay Leno's a fan of wrestling. We should put him in the ring. That's Eric Bischoff. What kind of mind does this man have?
Master P.
Kiss, Gene Simmons. And it's like WCW somehow is paying Gene Simmons like for WCW merchandise. Here, you get a cut of that too.
The
Why not?
Demon had to be in a main event.
Yeah,
And
they
so there
started
was
bringing
like a
out the
match
guy. Yeah.
third on the card, and it said special main event on the bottom.
Yeah. And Gene Simmons got all any money they made off the Demon, plus they were paying the contract, and then any merchant and all that, all like 100%.
Rock and roll.
That's what I was laughing at Eric Bischoff the other day. Was like, I've never had to like con family money. And it's like, dude.
Yeah,
So how are the billionaires more frugal than you? I guess that's why they're billionaires. They're sensible with their money.
I would love to know though how much Tony spent on November Rain, because he was that video package got some mileage.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, they even said, people always said that the Final Countdown is incredibly expensive and difficult. What else? What are the big ones that people couldn't believe he did? They couldn't believe the Final Countdown more than multiple times. Any other big one?
But all of that's better than like fucking Kiss and Megadeth though, and I feel like wasn't there a country star they brought in too, or some lesser, or it's probably a lesser country person.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, are you thinking about Toby?
That was TNA.
That was
TNA, yeah. Toby Keith is a decent get. I'll actually give him that.
A country guy would have made sense and been good.
Yeah,
To put him with
that actually
Rappers
would've been
Crap guys or
good.
something, or
Yeah, Alan Jackson. I don't know.
But what if it was? What if it was Kiss?
what if we had a whole Kiss pay-per-view for New Year's?
I can't believe that Vince Russo didn't talk about that in his book.
Yeah.
He goes on and on about that, and it's like, you were working for the company that did the Kiss thing. That was Eric. Did you guys not bond over that or anything?
Yeah, that kind of really surprised me too. Like, I would think they would just like nerd out over it and like become best friends.
Yeah.
Like they probably like trade like Kiss Army numbers and stuff.
Well, we're gonna get into it. I thought Hogan and Russo should be friends. I think we talked about it during this book, but they're not.
They seem like opposite types of people, Russo and Bischoff. Like, Russo always looks like a fucking mess on his podcast. Like he just woke up. Whereas Bischoff cares about what he looks like so much that he keeps getting those.
Russo's been in a sexist marriage for 40 years. Eric's out there swinging.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eric takes a good drink and steak. Russo's like
going to his Bible.
Well,
class.
I mean, Eric Bischoff shaves every day, and look at what Vince Russo's doing. He looks like damn Tim Allen in the Santa Claus.
Okay, I could see now if I'm Bischoff, Russo's entire existence would piss me off, actually. And the fact that he does like Kiss would just make me... Yeah.
Eric, haven't you seen Jerry Springer? Yeah. Eric would be like, no.
Yeah, that's fake, right? No, it's drama pulled from the headlines.
Jay Leno is a super fan. Do you think he knows that Justin Roberts was on that show?
Or Wolfie D, or JC Ice, I don't remember which one, was on it
Vince?
like 6 different times playing different characters.
Doesn't that do anything for Russo?
I
don't know.
Oh man, who was... I saw Joe Gomez on an episode of like Court Show. I'm trying to...
There's one where I think it might be Judge Joe Brown, and it's Missy Hyatt and Bill Alfonso suing each other.
Love it.
They're going to have Jay Leno appear at Road Wild. Jay Leno only says that he will do this, but only if I can do it well.
And I'm not touching the money.
So they set up a ring at NBC Studios, and they had Billy Kidman, Chris Canyon, and Sugar Shane Helms work with Jay Leno.
Jay, I'm going to show you how to take a vertebrae.
Yeah, he's doing Hurricane Ranas.
Normally you want to tuck your chin, but is this some sort of shot? Son of a bitch.
He talks about what he wants to do with Jay Leno, which is just simple stuff where he's just going to run around bouncing the guy's head off of turnbuckles. That's what he thinks Jay can handle. And Hulk adds, you would never script a main event that way. But we would. Because, it's Jay Leno.
Jay should have bladed.
Well, I feel like he said that a few times already.
You would never script a main event that way?
When he does. After saying that he has.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't remember which other match it was, but I feel like he said that.
Was it the T one?
Yeah, it probably was T. Mr. T.
They call him up, Hogan. They say, Leno's doing great. Hogan says, I love these quotes. They're just really? That's unbelievable. Let's see it. Surprisingly, Leno was a good athlete. He moved in the ring like he'd done it all his life. Leno's footwork. Amazing.
All San Diego State.
This guy is taken to like a duck to water. With that big melon head of his, he could have been a wrestler. His signature move would have been a headbutt in the gut that made everybody pass out. I just wrote, okay, what are we doing? Hogan starts fantasy booking.
Yeah, Leno.
So he's working with Leno, and Leno twists his arm. Hey, man, loosen up. And, he informs him, I'm your buddy. Take it easy, brother. You don't do anything. You act like you're cranking my arm. This is after he's already been through wrestling school, essentially. And he looks and he's like, wow, he's really good. And then he gets in, and Hogan, the story here is he still has to teach Leno how to work. Look, act like you're twisting my arm. I will tell the people that it's painful by also acting. And Leno goes, oh. It's fake. Well, all of a sudden, we got this idea. We wanted to take over the set of The Tonight Show and throw Jay Leno off it. Gary Constantine, who was Jay's producer, said, "No way." But then they tell Jay, and he goes, "Yeah, sure." He talks about them going to the Tonight Show, and he sits down, and Eric sits down next to me. I put my feet on his desk. So basically, remember that? Basically, the NWO had taken over the Tonight Show. We got some good ratings that night. And then Jay Leno does a great job, he thinks, in the match. It was like he knew he had to make the moves bigger and ham it up.
You got to play to the people in the back of the audience.
I can't believe this stand-up comedian, this entertainer, knows how to work a crowd. Wow.
He really surprised me.
Let's see. Well, I could have let it go as that. Well, the guy beat us, as in Jay Leno. Jay Leno beats, they win. But then he went back on the show and he made fun of it. He got a few laughs, but he didn't say he knew what he was doing. But he did. He had it down, brother. Don't know what he's doing. Hogan kind of confused me at the end. He kind of got thinking he's a little hurt that Jay Leno kind of mocked it or laughed about his appearance and then moved on. They couldn't milk anything more out of it. Jay, come back.
It would have been startling to be like a Tonight Show viewer that's not a wrestling fan, and now you have to tolerate Eric Bischoff sitting in the set.
Oh, exactly. Like, it must have been so fucking cringy. Like, that was just such a poor, like, presentation. Like, maybe they should. I don't know. Why did you do it?
What do you think normal people thought of Sable when that would enter? Like her on TV Guide and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, what? Let alone Mick Foley and the mask and all that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could pull up articles from that time, and people were saying it was like the decline of.
Little did they know it was a precursor to the golden era of television, prestige TV. We had to get down real low to get up so high.
Don't have The Sopranos without Dominic DeNucci and Bruno.
Yeah. Chapter 58, Hogan for President. So, he starts this out. Jesse Ventura became governor of Minnesota by following a simple formula. He knew a little bit.
It's so simple. You got to put in the work, Terry.
He knew a little bit about everything. We read Jesse's book. I don't think he knows a lot about anything. He was constantly, the whole book, what? You mean to tell me fluoride's been in the water the whole time? So, the icing on the cake, quote unquote, to Hogan is that he told the folks in Minnesota that he would be extending the ice fishing season another additional week. So instead of catching 20 walleyes, they could catch 22. And Hogan mockingly writes, "Hey, brother, Jesse's the man." So Eric Bischoff is watching all this. "Terry, you could run for the president of the United States." Hulk Hogan wrote, "Ted Turner agreed." Hogan tells Ted Turner, "I'm not a politician, I'm a wrestler." Ted Turner tells Hogan, "You don't have to be a politician. It's a popularity contest."
Man, imagine if we lived in the America where, like, Hulk Hogan is Ted Turner's puppet.
Yeah.
Like,
Ted Turner is chairman of the FCC. He's, Who would be like the main guy on CNN at that time? Was it still Blitz? No, it wasn't Blitzer then. Was it?
Yes.
Even
Yeah,
then? Late 90s? A young Wolf Blitzer.
Around,
I know he's
since
been around forever, but
OG Iraq, I think, right?
Yeah.
Wolf Blitzer is named to some kind of post. Because Ted Turner is... Who's Hulk Hogan's VP? Eric Bischoff?
What's
he running
I'd be
as?
You'd be Jimmy Hart.
I don't know. What is he? Well, I think we know what he's
I
running.
mean, on
as.
Leno, he refuses to identify as either one.
That's the interesting thing, though. If he's Ted Turner's puppet, that's more of a progressive Dem agenda, right?
I would think so,
Probably.
yeah. Turner was pretty,
Yeah.
for a billionaire, progressive.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta save the. Wait, no, he wanted to colorize. I was gonna say you gotta save the black and white pictures. He wanted to colorize them. Again, too much money.
Artist temporary.
I had already shown I was better. Okay, so then Hulk Hogan goes, I'd already shown I was better than Jesse in the wrestling business. You get the little petty shot in.
Fuck you.
If he can convince the people of Minnesota that he should be their governor, maybe I could get myself elected president. So he goes on Jay Leno, and he says that he's going to retire and he's going to run for president. People went crazy. Ted Turner actually did surveys.
That's because they put the applause sign on, Terry.
Yeah. It is funny, though, because this is definitely, like, the Leno stretch is kind of, like, amongst me and my friend group when, like, WCW stopped being cool.
Yeah.
I mean, Jay Leno.
Yeah.
People. Okay, Ted Turner actually did surveys. 5,000 people in Fulton County, Georgia. 5,000 people in Orange County, California, and 5,000 people in Minnesota. We asked them a hypothetical question. If they could choose between Bill Clinton, parentheses, even though he couldn't run again, Hulk Hogan, or Ross Perot, who would they want to be elected president? And then he adds, the only reason Perot was on the list is because he's a friend of Ted Turner.
Okay.
Well, about 70% said they would rather elect Hulk Hogan.
All right.
Hogan says to himself, quote, "Oh my God, this could happen."
What was the margin of error on that one?
I don't know. They say they found the 15,000 dumbest people they could find. Who would even answer a poll like that? Bill Clinton, Hulk Hogan, Ross Perot.
Well, no one's going to Clinton because one, not possible, and two, like everyone was over him at that point. Like, and
You know,
Ross Perot is old and not like it's just such a dumb poll.
Yeah, that's
one guy's like,
excellent point.
one guy on this poll, he's like, did Hulk Hogan have anything to do with NAFTA? And I guess I'm going with him. Click.
Well, no, you go Perot. Perot's your guy if you wanna.
That's true. Well, that guy doesn't. He thinks Ross Perot's too third-party candidate. This guy I just mentioned. If it's between the Democrat, the Republican Hulk Hogan, I guess that's how they're putting it, and the independent Ross Perot, you got to vote party.
Hogan wanted that flat tax.
Flat back tax,
It gets dumber. And Larry's groaning, everyone's groaning, but it gets It gets dumber. A little while after that, I checked into some hotel in Atlanta, and he's in the president's suite. He calls Linda. He's writing this, or he's telling Michael Jane to write this. This is like, this does nothing but paint you as an idiot. He calls his wife, and is like, "I'm in the president's suite. This must be destiny, Mama."
Yeah, it's so weird.
And then he even writes, "I'm such an idiot." That's in the book. I'm
And this
such
is,
an
this is
idiot.
what I want to ask MJF is when Hulk is telling a story like this, or in general, when like you're writing a book, do you stop to ask questions, or do you just kind of let them
run.
Let them run? Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe he. Okay, so if MJF is transcribing this, maybe after he said this must be Destiny Mama, he's looking at MJF and he sees that kind of brief look of like, jeez, kind of like, okay, and then then Hogan tags on. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's just, and then MJF dictates it. Okay, I'm an idiot. People everywhere were asking me about it. It's starting to get real. Ted Turner wanted to go for it. He was willing to put up money to finance it. Eric Bischoff thought it would be a tremendous publicity stunt. And then back to Turner. Turner was saying, shoot, this might work. So Hogan sits down with his kids. If I win, I'll be president of the United States and will have to move to the White House. How do you guys feel about that?
Florida, it's fine.
This is what I wrote. This is so stupid. Did this really happen? Did he really do this?
No.
And if he didn't, then why would you even tell somebody a made-up story like this?
It was 1998. The fucking election was in 2000.
I can't imagine. If he had this conversation with his kids, it's the dumbest conversation I've ever heard somebody seriously have with. And if he's just making it up, then why are you making yourself look like a...
chance. The data doesn't lie. They did the 3 polls. Why wouldn't he believe it?
So he looks at his kids and goes, if I win, we'll have to move to Washington, D.C. and move to the White House. How do you guys feel about that? The kids say in unison, 2 things, Dad. First of all, won't you have to take a cut and pay? Well, that's true. He's thinking, I won't be making the money I'm making now.
No man's clause.
Then the kids. If you become president, there's no more like first thing. It ends after the first thing. 2 things. First thing, money. If you become president, won't people be trying to assassinate you?
Huh?
This-
Think of all those helicopters you have flown on.
Hogan says that had not occurred to me. I'd be right about that.
Marine One, no thank you.
What possible policy position would Hulk Hogan have that would draw the ire of an assassination attempt? Why would he even assume that might just that all presidents are targeted?
I mean, truthfully, they are. I mean, there is not a single president like we just don't hear about.
They get snuffed out pretty quickly.
There was people that were probably trying to take out Carter.
Yeah. Remember Reagan was shot?
So his kids are like, you'll join the ranks.
Yeah.
I suppose. I mean, yeah, Hogan might look at a Jimmy Carter and go like, oh man, they tried to kill him.
I don't know. If I was a kid, that would be one of the concerns about, because you hear about it in school, and fucking boomers never shut the fuck up about Kennedy. God knows.
It did. We talked about it in Ventura's book. It scarred a generation.
Correct.
Irreparably. Let's see. Where are we at? So, Hogan was just like, for 2 weeks, he was like, oh my God, I might be president. And then the kids talk him out of it. It wasn't just the kids saying, you'll make less and also you'll be killed. Hogan's other his bugaboo. I was going to have to read the newspaper every day so I could at least know a little bit about everything the way Jesse did.
Just make Gene Okerlund your Secretary of Press.
I don't want to.
That's all you need.
I don't want to be like that kind of guy that's like, look at this. But Hulk Hogan thinking having to know a little bit about everything, and that you would have to read the newspaper. I mean, come on. the guy that's in the office. I don't want to be doing that thing, but the guy, he doesn't notoriously not a reader. But I'm sure Hogan thinks he knows a little bit about everything.
He's traveled the globe backwards through time, 400 shows a year.
And also, he wouldn't be able to hang out on the beach all day.
Nope, couldn't just piss off golfing in Florida. Wouldn't be able to do that.
So he goes back on Jay Leno and he goes, "Hey, you said you were retiring." "No, Jay, you misunderstood me. I said I was tired, not retired."
Oh boy.
That got a big laugh. And he was off the hook. Chapter 59, A Slippery Slope, a.k.a. this is the chapter, the bad times, the troubles in WCW.
Mm-hmm.
What I was going to say to you guys, when did the Sting thing become when Bischoff's book hit? Is that when the Sting Hogan stuff really kind of... Because he doesn't bring any of that up here about, not liking the way Sting looked and...
Tan enough.
And the slow count, the fast count, that seems like stuff that happened after 2003. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was Bischoff's.
That discourse.
I don't. Yeah, I
When did
it might
that's
just be
because the
shoot
story
interview. Honestly, Bischoff shoot interview shit. We might have to give credit to Sean Oliver for that. I don't know.
Is Sean Oliver even in our bracket?
He is.
I also listened to a Sophie episode today, and it was the one where I said it was the worst book I'd ever read.
Yeah. We were pretty harsh on that book. Looking back,
it was so dumb.
I know if I reread it again, I'd get mad again, but...
Detective Sclafani.
Yeah. The Friend. There are a lot of depth in all the characters.
We casted Norma Weingarten.
Weingarten. What?
I said Beth Grant. I don't remember who you said.
Probably Natasha Lyonne or something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Now, what was higher probability? Hulk winning the presidency, or Sophie's choice, or Sophie's Journal being adapted into a film?
Right now, Hogan becoming president is likely.
Yeah. Although Tubi, I always think
Tubi, I think as long as you make the movie, they'll put it on there.
Sean, if you're listening, dial up some Tubi execs.
Hey, remember? He said he had a TV deal, remember? He said that to us.
No, I know. Yes, I remember. I remember that interview.
Sorry, I didn't get to go in on the Sean Perry.
And then he told us, that South American Coke dealer story.
Yes. Fighting for man, gosh,
just wants that Netflix money so bad he can retire after that.
Yeah, he's the one.
When's X-Pac book coming out?
Look, I don't know.
That was supposed to be
I haven't heard an update in a while. Yeah, I got him in early on the Israel-Palestine thing. I mean, Jesus, Lord Almighty, how many years?
Did you really?
I ended the interview saying, "Israel-Palestine, who you got?"
Oh God!
And he said, "I'm going to stay away from that one." It must have just happened, not that shortly. A couple months? When did we? Yeah, when did that go down? It was like
October of something.
October 7th. I know that date.
23.
But when did we interview Sean? It would have been. It would have been the fall. It would have been in like November, December. Remember, because he kept pushing it back. And it was past the holidays and all that.
Yes, that's true.
Sending things like, I forgot I'm recording. You're forgetting your weekly recording session with Kevin Nash. That's
that probably moves around. I'm sure that's not a static time block. Two busy guys.
Is Nash making it out to Vegas?
November of 2023. So yeah, we're 1 month into it. We'll be interviewed.
I'm sorry, I lost the election. Wasn't a big deal, and I was making a big deal a month later. Slippery slope. For a couple years, the NWO kicked Vince McMahon's ass. Then things started falling apart. Eric Bischoff was doing a really good job running WCW, but he was doing it like he was riding a motorcycle, and he accelerated from 60 to 160. Choom! Hanging on to the handlebars for dear life. His feet, like a cartoon, are sticking straight back. He was just trying not to get thrown off. So here's what Hogan thinks is the problem. Eric Bischoff has a huge company that he's running, but there aren't enough qualified people below him.
How many qualified people did McMahon have below him?
Well, he hears you, Gus. He hears you in his head. He goes, well, the wrestling business isn't just about what happens in the ring. Okay, that's like 2% of it.
He had Jack Lanza and Chief.
Right. I think I'll take Kevin Sullivan and Mike Graham over
Tony Gurria.
those. Yeah.
I mean, you got a lot of problems, though. You got a lot of headaches, HR headaches. Then I don't know what Tony Gurria is doing, but Mike Graham is threatening to kill people.
And then Kevin Sullivan's getting seizures from drinking too much GHB.
God, the HR mechanism. Okay, we don't have a GHB policy. But then next year there's a GHB training. You're just some guy at Cartoon Network, and you're like, what the fuck? I had to take a remote sexual harassment training before I went on leave.
Nice.
It was so sleazy. It was a man and a woman, and the woman, her office was in her bedroom, and the bed was in the shot. And the guy was like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about some business we can get done right now in your bed."
Wonderful.
You're not supposed to do that at work if you're on a conference call.
You don't? Okay. I see.
I took notes. Yeah. I'm glad that was
not to dogpile on Vince,
panting into the group chat watching this.
Well, another one. This woman had 4 kids running around in the background. They're like, "Oh God, Pam's always pregnant, isn't she?" They weren't on mute.
So, is that harassment or just describing what you're seeing?
Yeah, the lesson on that one is you're just supposed to just assume that you're always unmuted.
Oh man.
Corporate.
Now, what did it say? Can I ask you this about that? What did it say about people you're not doing the harassing, but the person doing the harassing? Should you still report it or something?
It doesn't get. We don't listen.
Okay.
I want to.
Paul Levesque looking for a way out of this.
Yeah.
Did he watch a tape like that ever? Did Vince? Let's see.
Stephanie's Places.
So, yeah, here's what he goes. Okay, so the wrestling business isn't just what happens in the ring. That's just 2%. The other 98%, television deals, public relations, knowing how to maintain momentum.
I would say Eric had the better television deal by far.
Yeah. Well, that's just 98% of it. Vince McMahon's people had what was called Titan training. There's no time clock. You bop till you drop. If you yawn, do it in the bathroom so no one sees you. You finish the job, no matter how long it takes. And then he adds, by the way, the Titan and Titan training, that's from Titan Sports.
Oh, okay.
Which was the real company behind WWE.
Thank you.
See, now WCW, The fact that Hogan is either saying this to Michael Jan or felt the need to say, like, this is his life story. And he's just like, so why did I think Eric lost the company? WCW had a bunch of lazy secretaries. WCW, lots of the secretaries would go home at 5 o'clock and you couldn't find them after that. Vince McMahon's executive assistants.
So basically, Hulk wanted drugs, steroids, whatever, women.
Emily Feinberg was always available.
Correct.
Well, this is okay. Is this a now in hindsight telling on themselves? Because the thing of Vince making people that work for him available,
correct,
to other to stars.
What do you call the Titan system? Titan training.
Titan training.
It's called grooming.
Vince McMahon is now. See, no, Vince McMahon doesn't have secretaries. He has executive assistants. They go home, and I've got all their numbers, home numbers, cell numbers, whatever, so I can find them if I need them. They wrote you to be pissed on.
Hey, this is out of nowhere, but I don't mind. Did you hear about? There's a new body cam video of a woman being arrested at Burning Man.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
So she's like having a bad trip. She's an astrologer from Memphis, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she stabbed a security guard in the hand, and they arrest her. And they ask her if she's ever been arrested before. And she said, yeah, I did. I beat up Jerry Lawler's girlfriend.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
The girlfriend thought she had the hots for Jerry, but she, quote, was only working for Jerry to make her boyfriend jealous. So it all sounds very wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah. I believe that, actually. Sincerely.
I beat up Jerry Lawler's girlfriend.
The cop just loses it. She's like, do you know Jerry Lawler from wrestling? He's like, yeah.
Let's see.
That gif of Jerry Lawler, I know I bring it up all the time, but with the sable.
Oh, when he's jumping up and down?
Yeah,
that just lives free in my mind. Like, I play that in my head all the time for some reason.
That was my first show back to wrestling after lapsing for 2 years. My friend was going to get Fully Loaded 98. I had seen like 2 weeks of TV leading up to it and was kind of getting caught up. And then I see Jackie's nipple.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
you got back. You got me.
You're going, yeah, wrestling's back, baby. Mom, Dad, wrestling's back. I'm back in.
It's got Jackson's nipple.
The product is growing up with me.
I was so in the weeds that it must have been like spring of 98. Because I wasn't watching. Like my hockey team, we had like a hell yeah chant we would do. And I didn't know that was a wrestling thing.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. I like this. Oh, hell yeah. Now, you guys can tell me if you think this happened or not. Here's an example from Hulk Hogan about how available everybody was. Vince McMahon could be making love to his wife at 4 o'clock in the morning, and if I call him to talk about WrestleMania, he'll put me on speakerphone and let me talk to him.
Remember when Vince said that? His wife at the time?
Yeah. Do you think that is he speaking from experience? He called Vince up once, and Vince was huffing and puffing in the morning.
Taking a shit on Linda's.
Yeah.
Man, I don't want to be crass, but I wonder how much of it Linda, or if, I don't even know if they were like, I don't know.
He kind of talks, but it doesn't seem genuine. If you reread the Playboy interview, he talks about how he doesn't cheat anymore and talks about his current love life, which you would have to think is him talking about Linda, and gets a little graphic about it. And it's just like, I don't see Linda doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We need to get Howard and like ask our Secretary of Education that doesn't exist.
You do win?
Yeah, that would be good. And did Vince give it to you? Did he give it to you hard? Here's how I picture it. Wilson.
Yeah, no, I'm reading. I'm listening. I'm reading, but I'm listening. Oh, I thought you were going to describe how you picture
No.
it.
I'm done with my Howard.
Okay. I'm like,
We're always fantasy fucking people on Howard.
It's money.
let's see. Where am I?
Except
Oh,
for my. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, but that.
My other would be Nash on Terry Gross, but
Ooh.
Gross. Good lord.
I mean, there was that clip of the wrestler, and Terry Gross says the name Necro Butcher.
mm-hmm.
And it's just a very surreal moment.
So an example after that is just the other day, Hulk Hogan was talking to Debbie Bonanizzo. Debbie Bonanizzo. Who was working on my new Hulkamania logo. This is weird. I was working on this same logo 20 years ago. That's the kind of person Eric needed. A Debbie.
Okay.
The other problem was that Eric started listening to Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Oh, shit. They were of the opinion that wrestlers should talk more and not wrestle so much. Then Kevin Nash brought some of his friends in, and it just became a bunch of bull. They split the NWO brand into two groups. He brings up they had Sting, they had Macho Man Randy Savage, they had Lex Luger. None of these guys had a clue what NWO Cool was about.
Were you guys Wolfpack or Black and White?
Neither.
Yeah, by the time I got back in '98, it seemed like WCW wasn't cool anymore.
Wow. Okay.
I was one of those. I was going on the boards going, WCW, PU, stinky.
Yeah.
You weren't putting over Super Calo or Blitzkrieg. You didn't like the first hour.
No, we did, because I ran with Smarks, my backyard wrestling friends. They worshipped the luchadors.
Yup.
I was just supporting Chris Benoit because, I was the nerds had spoken.
I ordered a blue
Chris Jericho,
a blue demon
Yeah.
mask off of highspots.com in 1999.
Jeez. Wow.
Jeez, I was just ordering getting the tapes.
Blue Demon.
Getting the tapes, harassing certain online personalities. Let's see. The Kevin Nash brought so much. Okay, so then they split the brand again. He says Latino World Order. Latin guys wearing NWO shirts, but in green, red, and yellow. Green, red, and yellow.
Not yellow. They were not Rastafaris.
I think he had a moment where he was like, yeah, he had a moment where he was like red and yellow. That's me. It just kind of.
New World Order.
We watered the whole concept down. Vince McMahon had found a new way to compete, and it was with Jerry Springer style wrestling. And how Hogan kind of goes into he's seen a WWE documentary about the Attitude Era. Steve Austin was telling the boss to F off. That was what everybody wanted to do in America. Mm-hmm. Women were getting the women in the audience to pull their tops off.
Hell yeah.
Our ratings were down. And then he got a call from the guy. That's what he says. I got a call from the guy, Eric. I'm sitting here Eric, this is Eric Bischoff quote. I'm sitting here with my 6 of my best friends trying to figure out how to get the nose back up on this thing. And Hogan knows what that means. If Bischoff says, I'm sitting here with 6 of my best friends, he means he's drinking alone with a 6-pack. If this was your company, what would you do? That's easy, brother. If it were my company, I'd put the belt on Bill Goldberg. Bill Goldberg was a nose guard. That's how that starts out. The University of Georgia, an injury took away his football career, and he tried wrestling and was good at it. He had snap to his work. I was scheduled to wrestle him in a dark match. We've moved on from this conversation. He just wants you to know he put that idea out there.
Yeah.
I was scheduled to wrestle him in a dark match. I told Eric Bischoff to switch gears, televise this match, and let Goldberg win. Nothing would have more impact now than Goldberg beating Hogan for the belt. He seems to be a great guy. Why don't you give him a chance? Eric Bischoff made a call, and it was all arranged. Like, who's Bischoff calling? The booker? He's the booker.
Well,
Got to talk to the executive committee. Got to bring J.J. Dillon in.
do you know the real story here, Wilson?
Tell it, because we only have Hogan's version, so you might as well tell it what's the real version.
It was in Atlanta, so we knew the big wigs would be there, and it was already sold out or had done great.
Yeah.
And so he knew if he put himself on top, it would look like he drew the house.
Yeah.
But it was already drawn before the match was announced. Or anything.
You're saying Hogan did not say that he wasn't in a dark match, scheduled for a dark match. He says, we got to put this on TV.
Well, yeah, he did. That's true.
That's true?
Yeah.
They were having him wrestle Goldberg in dark matches. Then he said, what if we put it on TV?
I'm pretty sure that part's true, yeah.
I mean, that's yes, of course. Yes, you would want that on TV.
But not pay-per-view?
No, I mean, yes. It should be built to a pay-per-view. Yes, that's true.
Which is dumb, because if they did it on a pay-per-view too, Hulk would have gotten a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Why hotshot it here at a show that was already sold out?
Yeah. Never thought of it that way.
Well, Eric Bischoff made the call. It was arranged. Goldberg beat me. And this he does again. He did the same thing when he talked about Warrior and I think even Savage. Good sport that I was. I put the belt on him myself. He makes always like, hey, when I lose the title, by the way,
he did.
I hand it over to you. He said that he went off script and he was the one to give Warrior the title because that was
No. That's that. Yeah, he didn't do. Is he saying he did that to Goldberg?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Well, I don't think that happened either because he's a bad guy, right? So
I'm
why would he
looking
do
it up
that
right now because it's on the WCW Vault account. Go ahead. Yeah.
Let's see, I put the belt on him myself.
It's funny it gets brought up because I rewatched this last week.
Mm-hmm.
It's on. It was just uploaded.
Yeah.
It's awful. Even for just a spectacle match, Hogan Andre blows it away.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
What does he say? So, people in the state of Georgia were happy that I got my ass beat by their homeboy.
No.
Why is Hogan into hometowns?
The ref hands Goldberg the belts. Hogan's still selling.
Yeah.
You Hulk.
He's an idiot.
Well, tells you a lot about why would he add that in? Why would he decide to try and get that past you if you're reading the book and go, I'm always look at me, I'm
that fucking weirdo. Little Nate is the one to hand him the belts.
Maybe he had the George Michael tattoo back then.
Eek.
Well,
That's ruined him for me. I just I can't.
Well, so people in the crowd were happy, but unfortunately, nobody else in America seemed to feel that way. The numbers didn't change. Well, now though, Goldberg has the belt, and that's a new problem, according to Hulk Hogan. All of a sudden, he became the monster that never wanted to lose. He just
why
stopped like a mule in midstream. I'm not losing. Hogan says you have to be flexible in the wrestling business. You got to be able to go in different directions. You can't be not only can't you have to go in different directions, you can't be one-dimensional.
I mean, he
Yeah, yeah.
loses 5 months later. And why would you have the champion lose?
Well, you can't write storylines for that. You got to create emotion.
Remember all those times Hogan lost?
Yes. Stopped like a mule in midstream. I wrote that down again in the margins. Like a mule. I've heard of don't change horses midstream, but stopped like a mule. You can't lead a horse to water. You have to be you can't write storylines. Oh, I did write discuss one-dimensional. Like, why does he Hogan on that wrestler needs to you need more dimensions to you, more depth.
Well, Hogan had romance stories. He had conflict coming at him. He had there was multi-dimensions. Undertaker that broke his neck.
He would say, "Yeah, I've done supernatural stuff. I've done foreign affairs,
Monster truck." Correct. Yeah.
He can do all genres. He's multi-dimensional.
He's multifaceted. Yeah. Foreign films. Indie.
Working with Bill Goldberg became a nightmare. Nash and Hall were saying things about me, and I was saying things about them. That's all you're gonna get out of that in 2003. A lot of the guys got hurt all at once. Maybe 10 top guys all at the same time. Eric Bischoff was out there all by himself with no experienced people like Eddie and I just wrote at one point, Eric sucks. Well, they took the reins away from Eric. They gave it to, quote, a bean counter, Bill Bush from accounting. And he spells it B-U-S-C-H. Was it Russo that spelled it or Brett that spelled it B-U-S-H, or both of them?
Oh, I don't think...
I just like to bring that up because I think we've talked about the spelling in all the books. That he's weirdly shown up in quite a few of them, I guess. I guess not weird when you think about who we're doing, but everybody brings up, I met Bill Bush.
USCH, but MFB.
Yeah.
Bill Bush says to Hogan, I hired away a couple of show writers from the World Wrestling Federation, Vince Russo and Ed Ferrara. What do you think? Hogan, I don't know them. Anything's better than what we got. So he brought him in. But he didn't know that Russo and Ferrara, they were already in bed with Bush. This isn't a tryout. They're in. Russo had claimed he was the one responsible for the success of the World Wrestling Federation. He told Vince McMahon what to do, what moves to make, and forged the entire attitude in the 90s. Whole attitude. And I wrote this for me. I'm like, you're writing this, you're saying this, and you spent the first, 5, 10, however the number at the beginning of the book, Vince McMahon and we did this and we did that. He's right? Am I wrong on that?
What are you saying?
Yeah, I don't think I'm confident.
He's saying, we haven't had one of these in a while. He's saying that Vince Russo was in WCW claiming that he had been the one that was making all the moves in the WWF.
Yeah.
Vince Russo was making all the moves, and Hogan finds that very gauche.
I would too.
And then I said, but this is also coming from a man who spent the beginning of this book telling us how it was Vince and him that really made the WWF take off. He was always, I told Vince to start using music. It's like, no. No.
Well, yeah, they're fighting.
A lot of we, a lot of we in the beginning of the book. He's like looking at Vince going, ugh, classless. But he also says, Vince McMahon...
come on, Russo was in the skits, the Billionaire Ted skits, making fun of Hogan.
Yeah. This probably starts... Yes. They both kind of act like they... In both books, remember Russo was like, I didn't have a problem with him at all. And he goes on, plays in him, as they say. And then also burying him.
Two Christian men.
Yeah, that's true.
He was already too late. The other thing he didn't know about Russo was that he was on a mission to get rid of me. And so he's bringing in guys that weren't established yet. And I never had a chance with this guy. Both Russo and Hogan do the I never had a chance. If only he had met me prior. If only this person had known my real... Then we wouldn't have had a problem, but I never got that chance. Over the next 2 years, Russo made my life miserable. He brings up the Millionaire Club and the New Blood. He's like... Vince Russo said it was for creating interest, but he really knows what was going on.
It was less than a year.
It felt like 2 years. Okay.
Yeah, I guess if you count the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What Hogan's issue with, Vince Russo's fixation on grouping the old guys, the vets, with the young guys, is he's trying to separate the lettuce from the tomatoes, but you really need a mixture of both to make the salad work.
Okay.
You need the established guys and the younger guys working together. Worst part, okay. So he goes, here's the real agenda. Putting all the veterans in and calling us the Millionaires Club, painting us as rich, pompous prima donnas.
I don't know why other than not being want to be portrayed as old, I'm sure Hogan's...
Yes.
But they were the faces. The young guys were the heels.
Yeah, but that's it. Vince Russo's going, I swear, bro, this is to make you guys look good.
But it did.
Hogan's
they were clearly the baby faces in it, though.
Yeah.
Which is stupid. I don't know. But,
well, guess what?
I think Russo is trying to I know they got their bullshit. They can't lose, but I need to at least get some younger guys getting exposure. So I don't necessarily. I get Russo's thought process. He was working within what he had, and
sure.
I'm not absolving him, but I get why you would make that decision.
Well, it backfired. A new blood guy will beat a guy in the Millionaires Club, and it would backfire. It would fans would boo the young guy. Vince couldn't understand why, so he just dropped the whole thing. The older guys tried to make the idea work. We tried to make the younger guys look good. But the fans just, they loved who they loved. They loved the old guys. Ric Flair would lose a match to one of the New Blood guys, and they would still cheer him and boo the guy who had beaten him.
Yeah, because Sean Stasiak sucked.
Rick was still the man. Russo told me he wanted to make a name for Billy Kidman, one of the newer guys in WCW. I said, sure, brother, I'll do whatever you want. So Russo had me lose to Kidman, who weighed about 180 pounds. Okay? Can you believe it?
I don't. Why? How can a 180-pound guy beat a
Yeah.
290-pound 6'9"?
He's using Vince's logic on him. If this was a shoot, Vince is like, oh, he's got me.
You know what? You're right, bro. I'm gonna bring in Tank. I'm gonna have Tank fuck you up.
If it was a shoot,
Tank Abbott.
I reread that with Vince Russo's going to Hogan, his plan. That whole paragraph that he writes out in a quote of what he told Hogan. So he, little Billy Kidman beats Hulk Hogan 2 or 3 weeks in a row. Finally, I got lucky at a pay-per-view and beat this kid. Made me look ridiculous, but I went along with it. And the picture they have is him giving a leg drop to Billy Kidman.
That's right, it is.
I don't know, Earthquake is there, so maybe it's not Billy Kidman. Maybe it's like Ricky Steamboat or something. I don't know.
Did Hogan
Anyways,
and Steamers ever go one-on-one?
Hogan and who?
Steamers?
Ooh, I don't think they would have both been baby faces.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
well, Billy Kidman was supposed to get this big push. Week later, Russo had him in a Viagra on a pole match where the loser had to take a whole bottle of Viagra. Kidman lost. Then they took him off TV.
I don't
Okay,
think
see,
that
then
was the stip.
It wasn't, but that's hilarious. Like that, you have to take a whole bottle of Viagra if you lost. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, because of course you'd be off TV then because you got to sell
Yeah,
the injury.
This massive.
Vince already
Why
did
did
the
they-
angle when Sean Stasiak wrestled with the boner, remember? On Heat.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah. He was managed by PMS, and they had.
Yeah, I remember Meat. I didn't realize he wrestled with a boner though. That's
You don't remember that gimmick? What's my gimmick? When I wrestle, I'm hard. Oh. The main event of WrestleMania.
and Bruce brings him into WCW. He's like, I know Sean the boner thing. I know. Just figure it
I
out.
forgot the boss man hit it with his nightstick.
What the fuck? Is this on YouTube?
It's gotta be.
Vince is cackling right in the back. He loves it. So he says, why did they Hulk Hogan says, why did they sacrifice Hulk Hogan? And let Billy Kidman beat him 3-4 weeks in a row. I was like, you've added a week. It's growing. It was from 2 to 3 weeks in a row. Now it's 3 to 4. They weren't going to make if they weren't going to make Billy Kidman a star, it just didn't make any sense to me. And then he says, Russo himself won a championship belt.
Terry spikes Stasiak's drink. It's a Snapple, actually.
Wow. I bet Snapple was thrilled with that product
Yes,
placement.
he's wrestling with the fucking heart on. Yeah, okay.
Another time, Mike Awesome threw Chris Kanyon off a 3-story high triple threat steel cage. And I wrote triple threat. That's how he's describing the steel cage. Triple threat steel cage. That's the match type.
Do you know what he's talking
Right.
about?
Yeah, he's talking about a match, but he's not. Why would you put? Why? How do you throw somebody off of a triple threat match?
Well, I know triple threat is stupid, but it was the 3-tiered cage.
Yes, that's what he meant.
Yeah.
He probably needs to put 3-tier or like triple threat. Yeah, steel cage. A main event storyline: Chris Kanyon versus Mike Awesome. The kind of thing that could have gone on for 6 months, he's booking now. Canyon should have shown up in a wheelchair.
Cool.
But no, Vince Russo had Mike Awesome and Chris Canyon shaking hands and becoming friends. Made no sense to me. The more he saw Russo, the more he realized that you'd think you hated him. No, I just totally disagreed with him. He was doing what he said he would do, slowly but surely driving me out of the wrestling business. He will never forget Halloween Havoc 1999 when Russo had him lie down in the middle of the ring and let Sting put his foot on him to win the match. Russo said he had some great plan, but then, and that he would bring me back 2 or 3 weeks later, and he didn't. Eric Bischoff called me and begged me to come back. And like any loyalist, I came back for more.
Well, yeah, that doesn't make any... That timeline's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another time, Russo had Goldberg spear Hulk Hogan. He gets stretchered out. And Russo tells him, I'm going to bring you right back. Hotter than ever, bro. Again, he didn't call me back. And again, it was Eric Bischoff who called me.
I don't remember that one.
I don't either.
Basically, Russo used him as a whipping boy. He's losing, he felt, more matches than ever. It got to the point that people were saying, quote, Hogan might be old, but that guy can't beat him. It got crazy. Eric Bischoff is not around anymore. Henry Sen is one of the creative guys. He goes into that. Russo and him were 50-50. But Russo kept jumping on the Jerry Springer bandwagon, trying to outsleaze Vince McMahon. And Eric said that was the wrong way to go. After 4 or 5 run-ins with Russo, Eric says he doesn't want to be associated with the product anymore, so he stepped or was pushed to the sideline. And Hogan adds he did keep receiving his weekly payment from Ted Turner.
Allowance.
The 2 years that Vince Russo was in charge were hell. The Last Straw, Bash at the Beach 2000. Supposed to wrestle Jeff Jarrett for the world title. Well, a WCW guy named Johnny Ace.
Hey.
I was like, a WCW guy named Johnny Ace. He really doesn't know who John Laurinaitis is.
Well, the fans wouldn't know.
I know, but
Yeah.
everybody else in all their books goes John Laurinaitis.
Yeah, but this is 2003. This is early.
Yeah, no one. Yeah, this is
Okay, I guess I do forget that this is 2003.
Yeah. He was still part of the
Guy Jan
A
movement.
WCW guy named Johnny Ace came over to my house a few days before. That's what Vince Russo has in mind. He goes, Jeff Jarrett, they're going to beat him up. Scott Steiner and Jeff Jarrett. And then he'd do a stretcher job. And he goes, okay, well then what? What are we going to do the next night on Monday Nitro? And Johnny Ace says, Vince doesn't have any more plans for you. That won't work for me. But I have several months left on my contract. So then Johnny Ace gives him the alternate finish where Jeff Jarrett would still win the match. He gets disqualified. And then Hogan beats everybody up. I remember in Vince Russo's book, his version, this is the only where it differs so far, is in Vince Russo's book, he said that he still, in every scenario, Hulk Hogan was not leaving with the title. Hogan kind of makes it out like
So
he had a shot at maybe leaving with the title.
why didn't you just? And maybe this has been brought up before, but Hulk always takes off during the start of the NFL season.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you just wait the 2 months?
Seriously, it's that. Am I oversimplifying this?
No.
He says here, even he doesn't care what scenario. He just was concerned about coming back. He never could get it. When am I coming back? When am I getting back in the fold?
Yeah, you wait for Hulk to piece out like he does, and then you just let the contract run.
Yeah.
That would have been so simple.
Sorry, brother. That doesn't work for me either. So he goes to the bash. This is where they sit down he says sit down on a bus. Russo called it a trailer. Look, Vince, I know you want me to leave WCW, but my contract gives me creative control. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to beat Jeff Jarrett for the belt tonight, and then I'll leave with the belt, and WCW will start a tournament to name a new champion. The finals of the tournament will be held at a major pay-per-view where I will return to claim my position as the real champion. Which now I wrote here at a certain point, do we have empathy now for Vince Russo?
Yes.
Russo's trying. I mean, his book. He wants to book Jeff Jarrett as champ. I mean, it stinks, but
Well, I mean, Russo didn't have the people skills to manage.
oh man. So he's hearing this, and we won't. If you want to go back, I can't remember episode
We're
of
just
where
two
Vince Russo
stupid
lives.
people.
Yes, with Eric Bischoff in the middle. So it sounded reasonable as far as Hulk was concerned. But Vince Russo got all pissed off. So this is where it changed, because Vince Russo says, this is what he says to Hogan. He says, now, if you want to do it as a shoot, this is what I would have happen. That's how Vince remembers it. But no.
Right, this as a shoot.
According to Hogan, he said, that's not what I want. I want Jeff Jarrett to win tonight. And if I was trying to screw you, I'd tell Jeff Jarrett to just lay down in the middle of the ring and the hell with it. And then Hogan says, like, that'll work. But if we do that, it's going to piss off the fans. And Russo goes, well, that's what I want to do. I want Jeff Jarrett to lay down. Well, let's screw it over the fans. And then he says the outcome had been approved by both Bischoff and Russo's boss. Russo had no choice but to go along with it. So it happens, and he's leaving the building, and Vince Russo goes out. And he changed the outcome of what they'd agreed on. But the worst part, he made a speech defaming me, making it clear to the fans that there was no longer a place for me in WCW. And he says that, that match that just happened doesn't count. So Hogan says, well, contrary to our agreement, he reversed the outcome of my match. He said the belt that I just had won didn't mean crap. And here's Hogan, the title mark, counting them. Can't say that was crap. He promised that you will never see that piece of crap again, referring to me. All this, even though I had several months left on my contract. His speech was filled with profanity directed at me personally. Vince Russo accused Hulk Hogan of, quote, playing politics all day long. He said that I'd use my creative control rights to the detriment of the fans, the company, and the other wrestlers. Even though he knew that was false.
I'm so in the weeds with Russo Hogan. I don't care.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Well, here's the thing. You think, oh, it's so stupid, it's so silly. He put me in real danger by saying this. It's serious, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that Hulk's life was in jeopardy. So, go.
He goes out there saying that he plays politics all day. The other wrestlers will hurt a guy real bad if they think he's maneuvering behind their backs. They'll get you in the ring and they will hurt you. I was like, whoa, this again? Hogan's coming back to this? This is from when he first started. And he was going, they're all going to shoot on me. I'm the champ and they're all shooting. They all want to...
Wonder if he was worried Jay Leno was going to learn too much.
What if he wants to make a name on me?
You learned everything you knew from me, but
Well,
You know what's crazy coincidence?
mhm.
The episode I listened to was the one where we said we wanted to get Just Incredible to do the show.
Yeah.
I just opened up YouTube and Maven did a video about Just Incredible
Oh god.
Oh, I'll have to watch that one. How's Justin looking?
talking about what a scammer he is, and he confronts him to his face about it.
That's that video. The headline video is I confront a scammer.
Yes.
So he doesn't even say just it's a scammer.
Can't even get
Wow. Well, good. I'm glad we didn't get in. We wouldn't have given him more than $15.
No.
So what did he say? Okay. Oh, and here's the other. Okay. Yes. He tore him down. All this. Russo wasn't done though. He said I held back guys like Booker T for the last 14 years.
14 years.
Well, that's Hogan's problem. I took exception to that. A couple reasons. First off, I'd only known Booker T for the last 4 years. Okay, I've only held him back for 4, not 14. Didn't know him then. But what really pissed me off, this would be the second off, was
It
the
actually would be
implication.
6 years if you really want to get technical. Hogan and Booker T
Maybe
been
for
in
2 years he
WCW.
didn't even acknowledge his presence.
Yeah, both since '94.
Is he starting the counting from when Booker T said he was coming for him?
Maybe that
When he
would,
first
that would
was
line
like,
it up.
oh, who's that guy?
Does
What
that
really
mean I can-
pissed. This is. Yeah, that's what he got his permission.
Yeah.
This book, this is 2003. What really pissed me off was the implication that I was a racist. I mean, when you talk about holding somebody back, an African American guy in this business, my business, that gets translated into racism. Took its toll on Hulk. Lost salary, merchandise, royalty revenue, my standing and reputation in the wrestling business. But the biggest hit was in his own head, his mind. I started wondering if maybe I wasn't what he said I was. Some of Vince Russo. I started wondering if maybe I wasn't what he said I was. No, you were wondering if you were what he said you were.
Yeah.
Okay. I became increasingly depressed. For the next couple of years, it seemed nobody remembered that I was the guy who made Wrestling King in the 80s and 90s. Nobody remembered that I was the guy who slammed Andre the Giant. It's fake. It's fake, Terry.
It is. Two guys that stood out to me so far, though, is like total pain in the ass for him to work with, were Rodman and T.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to note that.
But he loved Leno.
Paul Hogan. Yeah. And wait, Karl Malone.
That's true.
Yeah, he was
He's
built
one
like a
of the-
bodybuilder.
He's one of the good ones, Hogan would say.
Yeah. All Hogan hears is, "Aren't you the guy who was too old to wrestle and got fired by Vince Russo? And how could you let him say those things about you?"
Nobody watched. Nobody said that to Hogan.
Well, I've sued WCW for breach of contract and defamation, substantially based on this incident with Vince Russo. And he brings up his points. I was supposed to be using a certain number of pay-per-views. They didn't do that. Creative control. I had to agree to it. I didn't agree to what Vince Russo said. Also, the outcome of my event. Unfortunately, the lawsuit can only get me the money that was coming to me. It couldn't restore my reputation or repair the enormous emotional damage done to my self-esteem and embarrassment and emotional distress caused to me and my family. And he needs to fix this. He's got a dark cloud hanging over his head. Embarrassment concerns him at this time in 2003. Or a little bit earlier than that, I suppose. You want to call or you want to keep going?
You can do Booker T, and then we'll be done.
Oh, we could also maybe jam out Owen Hart. I don't know. Chapter 60. So after that, he goes, this is just train of thought. Well, since I'm talking about it, let me tell you what I think about Booker T. Just to be clear. Hogan, I can't believe in 2003, Hogan is very concerned about this racist thing.
Yep.
Booker T's talented, and he's strong enough to throw me the right way and break my fall. And he can talk. Now, here's where maybe Booker T made a mistake. He was in WCW too long. Hogan thinks that he should have left 3 or 4 years earlier.
I agree with him. That would have been interesting. Well, no, it wouldn't have. He wouldn't have gone here. It would have been worse, actually.
Well,
if according to Hogan, he's only been in the company for 4 years, so he wanted him to leave the company before Hogan showed up?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm trying to
But think about this. Booker T instead of Ahmed Johnson.
No, Abed was my guy. I'm not
Alright.
gonna.
I liked Ahmed. I liked Ahmed, too.
And he could have been in the Nation and been kick-ass.
Thanks, Paul.
I'm just lumping it into reality.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Like, Booker T was way more physically impressive than anybody else
Yeah.
in that group.
So he says, Booker waited and was part of the acquisition. And if he had left before, he would have been a bigger star instead of just part of the WCW package. And,
98, 99 Booker in WWF. Yeah, we can do some stuff.
well, so contrary to what Vince Russo said in the ring that night on Bash at the Beach, I did not hold Booker T back in any way, shape, or form, okay?
Booker T held himself back.
That's exactly right what he writes. Final sentence. The only one who did that was Booker T
You're right.
himself.
You got to do Owen Hart, too. I forgot how fucking funny this was.
Well, I wrote, at the end of the Booker T, I wrote, settled. Hogan's not bothered, okay? He's not a racist. Stop asking. Booker T should have just not been in the company when he was in the
He
company.
goes to an Afro-American church.
Yes.
I'm glad you reminded me. It's this Saturday. I have a Hogan supercut. I'm gonna premiere.
Nice.
Yeah.
Owen Hart came from a family of wrestlers. Bret, his brother, was an accomplished technical wrestler. Hogan thought Owen was a good person, a family man, and tough enough to take the bumps and the bruises. Wasn't a drinker, wasn't a hellraiser, funny, sincere, good friend. At various times, Bret Hart and Hulk Hogan did not get along. But Hulk says Owen, quote, Owen would say, Terry, I think my brother's overreacting. I'm on your side. And Hogan, back then, Hogan would say, we'll keep that between us. I don't want to be the one to drive a wedge between two brothers.
Good guy.
And then Bret was having his pissing fits. Owen thought that was ridiculous. Well, Owen was the Blue Blazer. He was training, saying his prayers, and drinking his milk. I wonder who that was supposed to be making fun of. Yeah, and who was writing that stuff? Hogan, it was your arch nemesis, Vince Russo.
Really got to him? Like, that's so dumb.
He is. His brother Bret was trashing me in the Calgary papers.
Just one.
Oh, those.
I like this line. Ever since 1993, he'd been calling me a lowlife because of the misunderstanding about who I was going to drop the belt to when I made my exit. Well, Bret ended up in WCW. And Bret said that he overreacted about things. And Bret apologized. And Hogan accepted it. And then when Bill Goldberg seriously injured him, the only guy Bret would wrestle with was Hulk Hogan. Because he knew that Hulk Hogan would be careful with him. Well, one night when I was still in WCW, I was watching a World Wrestling Federation pay-per-view. He was watching Over the Edge. And he knows that that Owen is supposed to be lowered from the rafters. Unhook a little early and stumble into the ring like a goof. Well, quote, either he unhooked way up at the top or a wire broke. We still don't know. But he fell a long way before he hit the canvas.
We still don't know.
Then they pulled the camera off the ring and shot the crowd. I was like, this isn't how it happened.
I know.
And the crowd's faces told me something terrible had happened.
Not the announcer.
Just well, the camera caught the fall in in Hogan's mind.
Yes.
Then they cut to the shocked crowd, and he's going, "Oh no!"
And Hogan's like,
They never shot back to the ring.
Go early.
They never shot back to the ring, so I didn't know what type of injuries he had suffered. As if they had, and he'd been like, "Okay, what do we got here?"
C7 compressed.
Yeah.
Heart stoppage.
This sentence. I sure as hell didn't want to believe he was dead. But I have to admit that was the possibility that occurred to me. Right away, I called Eric Bischoff. Eric, find Brett. I think something bad has happened.
God.
Brett called and found out. Yes, something bad had happened. And he says Vince McMahon, had to decide to go in with the show or not. He can't even imagine what that decision was like. For whatever reason, they kept going on with the show. I went to Owen's funeral and sat with his dad, Stu Hart, all day long. Remember, did we read? Yeah, in Brett's book, he just was like, Hogan showed up. We appreciated that he didn't show up like with a bunch of cameras or anything. He just showed up like quietly by himself. The end.
Diana
still
has a version of Hogan at the funeral. Do you want to hear it?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and finish, and I'll pull it up.
Okay. He's sitting there. There's still some heat with me and Vince. I said hello to him and his family. At the end of the day, I was the last one to leave. He stayed there with Stu and Brett even after the last family member left. I felt a connection with them. And this is all to lead to this. This is a move we've seen in a lot of our books where you lead with, like, aren't I a great guy? Well, here's why they're shitty. I saw Brett maybe once or twice more after that, and it seemed like we were on good terms. But then, all of a sudden, I started getting faxes from wrestling fans.
Faxes.
Yeah. You didn't know Hogan's fax number back then? Shoot him a fax. He's getting faxes from wrestling fans. Brett's trashing me in the newspaper again, saying I was a no good son of a bitch.
It had to have been Dave. I think Dave faxed him the Calgary Sun column.
What does he write? Like comment? Question mark?
Yep.
Underneath it?
All right, Diana.
I just don't understand it. Yeah, go.
Hollywood Hulk Hogan also showed up to pay his respects to our family. He told us how one time Owen leased a rental car and offered him a ride. I said sure, so I get in and we start driving, and suddenly he starts slurring his words and weaving on the road like he's smashed. I was terrified. I thought he was drunk. I yelled at him to pull over, and he starts crying like this crazy drunk. It was so convincing. My heart was pounding, and I thought I was in the car with a nutty drunk driver, when suddenly he turns to me and smiles, sober as a judge. Terry, you know I don't drink. Hollywood shook his head. He had more energy than anyone I ever knew. I sure hope he left some for us to spread around. That's the Hogan part.
Nice. So,
Yeah.
my question was, so Hogan's point is, I went to his funeral. I'm a good person. And I was like, but in this whole thing about being like, I'm a good guy. I know why Brett doesn't like me. I went to the funeral. I was nice to his family. And then he spends a book where he's like, by the way, your late brother was really on my side the entire time, and he thinks that you're kind of overreacting about things. And
A little bit of a dick move.
yeah, you're petty. You're a jerk off. Kind of proving Brett's point.
He's a phony. That's what Brett would call him.
Phony.
Phony.
I gave you and then Brett going, I gave you a picture. Why are you an asshole to me? I thought we were friends, Terry.
Remember that time you said the Bulldogs Heart Foundation match was the best match you ever saw?
Stupid asshole. These guys, oh my god. They're really having these conversations. That's insane. Remember that fake fight you saw? You were like, that's the best fake fight I've ever seen.
If you want a hot take, and I'm a Brett guy.
Yeah.
Rock and Roll's Midnights blow away Heart Foundation Bulldog matches.
Oh, that's
I never really thought the Heart Foundation was that good. Am I crazy?
Yeah, Brett really had to come into his head. Jim Anvil sucked. Like, I was never a Heart Foundation guy. Yeah, no, give me Midnight's Rock and Roll. Yeah.
Yeah, Neidhart. You almost get to I mean, who was like, oh, you know what, that great team with Neidhart?
Oh, come on. There were good Heart Foundation matches. Don't to completely write them off. But
I'm going to write off Jim. I'm comfortable writing off Jim the Anvil.
I've seen better Street Profits matches than I've seen Heart Foundation matches.
Oh, come on now. Now we're being silly.
I mean...
Had to break out that Brainbusters match from SummerSlam.
Name or worse.
I gotta read it myself.
Name a guy at that level worse than the Anvil.
Oh, all those roid heads were Dino Bravo.
No, at their level though, at the far, I thought always that they were. I mean, I guess he's always attached to Brett.
Fine as a kind of counterbalance to Brett.
What would have been a partner that would have been
a good
better?
hot tag?
Yeah,
who would have been a good base guy that's better, that would have actually added something, other than being the goofball.
Tom McGee. I don't know.
Tom McGee. I'm trying to think of like.
You always need the goofball though.
What about Davey Boy? What if instead of the Bulldogs, Davey Boy's with Brett, and they're the.
Then they're just two serious guys, and it's fucking like Phil LaFon and Doug Furnace.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I liked them. I'm liking this idea. Well, I'm trying to think of guys at that time that were.
It's interesting from a work rate perspective, but
it really is,
I don't think Vince sees them the same or the crowd. You know, Anvil.
You wouldn't like to see Brett getting worked over, then the Bulldog gets the hot tag. Brett gets the huff and puff. Davies running around power slamming everybody. I mean, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, please. Remember when they had was that the Heart Foundation induction, and the guy from Nebraska with the Rastafarian hat tackled Brett?
Yeah, Brett just did that sound.
Was it Cash Wheeler that got the shots in on the guy?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they were so hard over that moment, getting to play hero.
What do you think Phil, if he jumps in, if he was there?
Oh, he would have taken a bullet.
Yeah. He would have tried to apply a triangle to the.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he going reverse? Going rear?
The shittiest triangle you've ever seen on a man being.
Why is he? Phil's trying to put a go-go plata.
But he asked Mark first.
I'll break your arm.
All right, we done Saturday 100.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
We just need anybody want to offer any seating? Should we do any of that?
I gotta piss and go to bed.
Okay. All right.
I'm tired.
Bye.